In the hushed corridors of the Vatican, where secrets linger like echoes of forgotten prayers, there exists a chamber veiled in mystery. Within one of these secret chambers, allegedly lies the chronovisor, a device rumored to possess the power to peer through the veils of time itself. It is here that our story begins with a Vatican insider who, in their final moments, shares a tale of wonder and revelation. The insider, whose identity remains shrouded in secrecy, was a trusted custodian of the chronovisor, entrusted with its care and protection. The user who posted the story stated that they were a family member and that during their last moments, they revealed a fascinating story about the device. The individual who shared the narrative mentioned that it appeared unexpectedly, noting that her grandfather had never previously discussed such matters. This revelation seemingly emerged abruptly without prior indication, catching the narrator off guard. She mentioned that he held the esteemed position of a cardinal within the hierarchy of the church and emphasized his unwavering dedication and allegiance to the institution. In her later years, she reflected on how his demeanor had evolved, particularly noting a significant shift in his behavior. As she recollected the final moments they shared, she pondered the catalyst behind this transformation, speculating that it could have been a profound encounter within the confines of the Vatican. She vividly recounts her grandfather narrating a captivating tale that revolved around a mysterious contraption. The individual characterized the gadget as having the capability to fixate on a specific moment in time and display it on the screen of the device. This functionality enables users to capture and observe a particular instance with precision, providing a detailed and focused view. As time coalesced into images upon the chronovisor's viewing screen, the insider beheld a sight that would forever alter their perception of reality. Before them stood the towering form of an ancient vessel, its timbers weathered by centuries of wind and wave. It was Noah's Ark as it appeared in the distant past, a beacon of hope amidst a world consumed by flood. In awe and disbelief, the insider watched as Noah and his family toiled upon the ark, guided by divine providence and unwavering faith. They witnessed the gathering of animals from every corner of the earth, drawn to the ark by an unseen hand and a whispered promise of salvation. But as the floodwaters rose and the storm clouds gathered on the horizon, the insider saw something that sent a chill down their spine. Amidst the chaos and devastation, a figure emerged from the shadows, its eyes burning with a malevolent light. It was a fallen angel, cast out from heaven for its defiance, now seeking to thwart the plans of the Almighty and claim dominion over the earth. With a sense of urgency born of desperation, Noah and his family worked tirelessly to complete the ark before the floodwaters engulfed the land. And as the rain began to fall and the earth trembled beneath their feet, they sealed themselves within the ark, placing their trust in the hands of a higher power. As the floodwaters rose and the storm raged on, the insider watched as the ark became a sanctuary amidst the chaos, a beacon of hope in a world consumed by darkness. And though the journey ahead would be fraught with peril and uncertainty, they knew that as long as they remained faithful, they would emerge on the other side, reborn and renewed. The woman was perplexed by the assertions and insisted that he was not known for joking or making up stories. She recounted that shortly after, he breathed his last breath, suggesting that it seemed like he had been carrying a heavy burden for a long time. And upon his demise, it felt like a weight had been lifted off him, granting him peace in his final rest. The woman's uncertainty regarding the claims was evident, emphasizing that humor was not characteristic of his behavior. As she reflected on his passing a few days later, she perceived it as a release of pent-up tension that had accumulated over years, culminating in a sense of liberation in his peaceful departure. Many people commented that this story sounds like he witnessed a mysterious device known as the chronovisor. The Catholic Church, particularly the Vatican, has a long-standing history filled with controversies. However, certain narratives delve deep into the harsh reality of ties to organized crime, connections with intelligence agencies, and individuals of significant global influence. What adds an intriguing allure to the claims surrounding the chronovisor is the substantial presence of these incendiary elements. Just like numerous facets intertwined with the secretive operations within Vatican City, the chronovisor remains shrouded in enigmatic obscurity, casting a cloak of mystery over its existence. This device is believed to possess the power to view past and future events, sparking debates and speculations about its potential capabilities and implications within the Church's historical context. The intricate web of mysteries surrounding the chronovisor intertwines with the Vatican's complex narrative, inviting further exploration into the depths of its enigmatic history and the intricate interplay between faith, power, and secrecy. The concept of the chronovisor gained prominence when it was introduced in the book, The Vatican's New Mystery by Father François Brune in February 2002. This book, penned by an individual well-versed in exploring the intersections between paranormal phenomena and religious beliefs, brought the chronovisor into the limelight. Interestingly, even before the release of this book, traces of public awareness regarding the alleged time-viewing machine surfaced as early as 1972, as evidenced by an Italian newspaper article proclaiming the existence of a machine that photographs the past. This intriguing revelation hints at a long-standing interest in the possibility of viewing historical events through a device. The chronovisor's mystical aura continues to captivate minds, blurring the lines between science, religion, and the unexplained. In delving into the origins of the chronovisor, one finds intriguing hints that trace back to the 1950s, a relatively recent era in the extensive history of the Vatican. The revelation that this device emerged in the modern age, as opposed to being an enigmatic artifact preserved since ancient times, adds a layer of credibility to the claims surrounding its capabilities. It raises the question of whether the narrative of its contemporary creation serves as a shield to obscure any potential divulgence of its truly ancient roots. The juxtaposition of its emergence in a time period close to our own with the possibility of concealing a far more ancient lineage sparks curiosity and prompts a deeper exploration into the mysteries surrounding this enigmatic device. In reference to the earlier mentioned article, it is highlighted that Father Ernetti, initially an Italian physicist who transitioned into priesthood later in his life, took charge of the project aimed at developing a peculiar device. This device, described as relatively small and crafted entirely from valuable alloys, featured a screen linked to tubes and tuning dials. To enhance the project's technical aspects, Ernetti sought guidance from the eminent Nobel laureate and physicist, Enrico Fermi, who provided him with invaluable insights and technical counsel. Notably, the project also involved the collaboration of another figure stirring controversy, Wernher von Braun, who later emerged as a key rocket scientist at NASA. Von Braun closely collaborated with Ernetti, playing a significant advisory role in the project's advancement. This fusion of scientific minds with diverse backgrounds added an intriguing layer to the project, raising curiosity and interest among those following the developments. The chronovisor, although not a typical time machine capable of physically transporting individuals to different time periods, purportedly enables users to observe specific moments in time, primarily focusing on historical events, but also offering glimpses into the near future. The device does not facilitate actual time travel, but rather provides a visual insight into past occurrences and potential upcoming events. It is believed to offer a unique perspective by allowing individuals to witness significant historical incidents and potentially gain insights into future occurrences. The mechanism operates by harnessing the residual electromagnetic waves lingering from various activities. Moreover, the energy liberated enables the device to perceive the frequencies and energies existing in the fabric of space-time from historical while he would touch upon certain locations he had observed. He refrained from disclosing many details regarding the functionality of the device or its specific whereabouts. Ernetti held a genuine apprehension that if the device fell into the hands of individuals with malevolent intentions, it could potentially lead to the establishment of the most fearsome dictatorship that humanity has ever witnessed. Ernesto claimed to have been a witness to numerous pivotal historical occurrences, spanning from the establishment of Rome in July to the obliteration of Sodom and Gomorrah, and even the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. He purported to possess evidence in the form of a photograph depicting the face of Jesus, although this image has widely been acknowledged as a fabrication. As of right now, many questions still remain and the object's origins and whereabouts remain a mystery. The concept of time travel has captivated the human imagination for centuries, fueling countless works of literature, film, and speculative thought. While the idea of traversing the past or the future remains firmly in the realm of science fiction, the notion of time travelers has captured our collective fascination. Stories of time travelers have permeated human culture throughout history, Ancient texts, such as the Mahabharata in Hindu mythology or the tales of the Chinese time-traveling immortals, hint at the existence of beings capable of transcending the constraints of time. Some theories propose that time travel may not be limited to human capabilities alone. The existence of advanced civilizations or beings from parallel dimensions has been posited as potential time travelers. These beings, with their advanced technology or inherent abilities, may have unlocked the secrets of manipulating time and traversing different temporal planes. This time traveler recently took to social media saying that they are burdened with a haunting message from the future. The man stated that a devastating tsunami is going to hit within the next few months, causing fear and unease. The time traveler recounted his journey through time, propelled to this moment to prevent a disaster of unparalleled magnitude. He spoke of the tsunami, its monstrous waves poised to swallow towns and the people that live in them, leaving devastation in its wake. The urgency of his message has compelled people to take his warning seriously. Skeptics raised their doubts, questioning the credibility of a man claiming to be a time traveler. Yet, the weight of his words and the sincerity etched in his message has led some to believe that this may be the real deal. The man shared some more details of the event, saying that he was sent back from a future where California had been ravaged by a catastrophic tsunami. Driven by a desire to alter the course of events, he embarked on a daring mission to warn the unsuspecting residents of the impending disaster. As of right now, news of the anonymous time traveler has spread like wildfire, with media outlets picking up the story, further capturing the public's attention and stirring a mixture of fascination, skepticism, and fear. As the news spread, people in California have started to question whether something like this could happen. Although many didn't believe these claims, California is nestled along the volatile Pacific Ring of Fire. Among the many concerns is the potential for a devastating tsunami, a natural disaster that has wreaked havoc on coastal regions throughout history. California's proximity to the Pacific Ocean and its position along active tectonic plate boundaries makes it susceptible to seismic activity, including earthquakes, which can trigger tsunamis. The San Andreas Fault, one of the most well-known fault lines in the world, runs through the state, amplifying concerns about potential tsunami events. Additionally, the presence of submarine faults and underwater landslides further contributes to the potential for tsunami generation. While California has experienced earthquakes, including major ones like the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, which caused significant damage, the state has not witnessed a major tsunami in recent history. However, historical records show that tsunamis have struck the region in the past. The 1964 Alaska earthquake generated a tsunami that affected parts of California's coastline, emphasizing the interconnectedness of seismic events across vast distances. Recognizing the potential threat, authorities in California have implemented robust monitoring systems, early warning mechanisms, and emergency response protocols to mitigate the impact of a potential tsunami. The National Tsunami Warning Center closely monitors seismic activity and oceanic conditions, providing critical information to coastal communities. Evacuation routes, designated safe zones, and public awareness campaigns aim to educate residents and ensure preparedness in the event of a tsunami. The state has also taken measures to bolster coastal resilience through land use planning, infrastructure improvements, and building codes. Strategies such as setback requirements, seawall construction, and elevation standards for new developments aim to mitigate the impact of potential tsunamis on coastal communities. While the risk of a devastating tsunami hitting California cannot be completely eliminated, ongoing efforts in monitoring, preparedness, and coastal resilience help mitigate the potential impact. The state's geological context, historical evidence, and proactive measures underline the importance of staying vigilant, ensuring the safety and well-being of Californians along its beautiful coastline. The concept of time travel has long captivated the human imagination, inspiring countless works of fiction and fueling philosophical debates. While time travel remains firmly in the realm of speculation and scientific exploration, the question of its possibility continues to fascinate us. Several scientific theories, including Einstein's theory of general relativity and quantum mechanics, lay the foundation for exploring the possibility of time travel. Wormholes, black holes, and the bending of space-time are some of the concepts that provide potential pathways for traversing time. However, these theories also present numerous challenges, such as the requirement for vast amounts of energy and the potential for paradoxes like the grandfather paradox. One of the most intriguing aspects of time travel is the emergence of paradoxes. The grandfather paradox, for example, raises the question of what would happen if one were to go back in time and prevent their own birth. Such paradoxes highlight the complexities and potential contradictions inherent in altering the past or creating parallel timelines. While theories and mathematical models provide tantalizing glimpses into the possibilities of time travel, numerous scientific limitations exist. The energy requirements for creating and sustaining a traversable wormhole or manipulating space-time remain formidable challenges. Additionally, the lack of empirical evidence and the absence of time travelers from the future cast doubt on the practical feasibility of time travel. Some theories suggest that time travel may occur within alternate temporal frameworks, such as parallel universes or branching timelines. These frameworks propose that time travel may not alter our own history, but instead create divergent realities where changes have consequences. Time, as we perceive it, remains a fundamental mystery. The nature of time itself, its flow, and its direction are still areas of active scientific inquiry. Understanding time at a fundamental level may provide deeper insights into the potential for time travel. Time travel is not solely a scientific pursuit. It also captures the human imagination and our desire to explore the past or glimpse into the future. It taps into our curiosity about the mysteries of existence, our yearning to rectify past mistakes, or our fascination with the unknown. While time travel remains a captivating concept, its practicality remains uncertain. The theories, paradoxes, and limitations surrounding time travel highlight the challenges and mysteries that lie ahead. As scientific understanding continues to evolve, the allure of time travel will persist, fueling our imagination and quest for knowledge about the nature of time itself. Anonymous have announced on social media that Russian authorities have recently raised concerns by claiming they possess the capability to trigger a volcanic eruption at Yellowstone National Park. This revelation has sparked apprehension among observers due to the potential catastrophic consequences associated with such a large-scale event. Anonymous revealed that the recent announcement was made on a television channel. This revelation brings to light the potential impact and power of such a weapon system. The group revealed that a military expert mentioned that the recently developed missile possesses unique characteristics, specifically the capability to simultaneously deploy a substantial quantity of nuclear warheads. This advanced weapon system is designed with sophisticated technology that enables it to carry out multiple warhead launches efficiently. The military representative emphasized that creating a foolproof defense system is unattainable, highlighting the vulnerability of the United States as a primary concern. This assertion underscores the complexities surrounding the establishment of an all-encompassing defense mechanism. The second crucial aspect to consider is the potential risk posed by the Sarmat missile to one of the most concerning landmarks within the United States, namely the Yellowstone volcano. This threat emanates from the destructive capability of the missile and its potential impact on the geological stability of Yellowstone. After expressing their views, they emphasized that such actions would have the potential to severely weaken America, cautioning United States authorities to choose their words wisely and be mindful of the repercussions that could follow. The implication was clear that the suggested course of action could significantly impact the stability and standing of the nation. The United States Geological Society has explicitly stated that triggering the supervolcano beneath Yellowstone National Park is scientifically improbable. The organization has emphasized that the geological mechanisms involved in activating such a massive volcanic system cannot be artificially induced. This assertion serves as a reassurance against speculations or theories, suggesting that humans could purposely initiate an eruption at Yellowstone. In contemplating the scenario of a potential eruption of the supervolcano, it has been highlighted by certain individuals that the presence of inhabitants in this vicinity cannot be overlooked. Regardless of the actual occurrence of such an event, it is undeniable that the ramifications would directly impact the lives of these residents. In Yellowstone National Park, extensive demographic data indicates that the current population exceeds 1,000 individuals residing within the park boundaries. Additionally, a considerable number of individuals have chosen to make their homes in close proximity to the park's borders. Military sources with insider knowledge have expressed concerns regarding the current state of affairs, highlighting a negative outlook on the relationship between the United States and Russia. According to these sources, the situation is deemed highly unfavorable, marking a significant downturn in relations that has persisted for an extended period. The prevailing sentiment within military circles is one of apprehension and unease as the current dynamics between these two nations are characterized by heightened tensions. Launching any form of projectile, whether it's a missile or another type of weapon, invariably leads to catastrophic consequences. At this juncture, our only recourse is to maintain a sense of optimism and trust that the situation does not escalate to that extent. The notion of triggering a volcanic eruption by detonating a nuclear device within Yellowstone National Park is a topic of scientific debate and speculation. Proponents of the idea argue that the explosive force of a nuclear explosion could potentially rupture the Earth's crust and release the pent-up pressure within the supervolcano, triggering a cataclysmic eruption. However, most geologists and volcanologists dismiss the scenario as highly unlikely, citing several factors that mitigate the risk of a nuclear-induced eruption. Firstly, the energy released by even the most powerful nuke is dwarfed by the vast amounts of energy stored within the supervolcano's magma chamber, making it unlikely to have a significant impact on volcanic activity. Furthermore, the structure of the Yellowstone supervolcano is inherently stable with a thick, impermeable layer of rock covering the magma chamber. While the likelihood of triggering a volcanic eruption by nuking Yellowstone National Park is remote, the potential consequences of such an event would be catastrophic. A supereruption from the Yellowstone supervolcano would unleash a barrage of volcanic ash, gas, and debris into the atmosphere, blanketing vast regions of North America and beyond. The immediate impact of a Yellowstone eruption would be devastating, with widespread destruction of infrastructure, loss of life, and disruption of ecosystems. The volcanic ash cloud would obscure the sun, causing a volcanic winter that could last for years, leading to crop failures, food shortages, and global climate instability. Moreover, the long-term environmental and economic consequences of a Yellowstone eruption would be felt for decades, if not centuries, as communities struggle to recover and rebuild in the aftermath of the disaster. The eruption could also have far-reaching geopolitical implications as nations grapple with the social, economic, and security challenges posed by a global catastrophe of unprecedented scale. In the context of the United States alone, studies conducted by meteorologists have revealed that in the event of a volcanic eruption during the summer, the aerosols emitted have the potential to disperse globally. This occurrence could have far-reaching consequences, particularly in the short term as the noxious cloud obstructs sunlight, leading to a considerable drop in global average temperatures. The repercussions of this phenomenon may persist for several years before returning to typical levels. Additionally, there would be a significant decrease in rainfall levels, a situation that could potentially instigate a devastating decline in tropical rainforests. The agricultural sector would face imminent collapse, commencing with regions like the Midwest. Described as the greatest catastrophe since the dawn of civilization by a group of scholars in a 2015 publication on extreme geohazards by the European Science Foundation, this scenario underscores the colossal potential impact of such a catastrophic event. Supervolcanoes, such as the one nestled in Yellowstone National Park, present a category of threats known as existential risks, events of extreme catastrophic magnitude that have the potential to cause global devastation and even the extinction of humanity itself. These risks can manifest in both natural forms, such as supereruptions or colossal asteroid impacts akin to the catastrophic event that led to the demise of the dinosaurs, as well as through human-made means, like the specter of nuclear warfare or the creation of engineered viruses. These existential risks, by their very nature, surpass any calamities that humanity has encountered throughout its history, embodying the most severe scenarios imaginable. In the contemporary global landscape, the widespread adoption of digital technology has revolutionized the way we communicate, conduct business, and foster innovation. This technological evolution has opened up a myriad of new possibilities and avenues for growth. Nevertheless, this era of digital transformation also ushers in a pressing concern: the escalating risk of cyberattacks. These malicious activities not only target individuals, but also pose significant threats to the sustainability and security of businesses and governments on a large scale. Anonymous individuals have expressed the view that the upcoming major assault is not anticipated to take place on traditional battlegrounds, but is more likely to occur in the digital realm. Cyber attacks, as disclosed by the group, represent a diverse array of malevolent actions carried out by individuals, criminal syndicates, and governmental entities with the aim of breaching, disrupting, or causing harm to computer systems, networks, and digital infrastructure. These attacks can range from data breaches and ransomware to denial of service attacks and espionage activities. Cyber attacks encompass a wide range of malicious activities aimed at causing harm or gaining unauthorized access to systems and data. Cyber attacks are primarily driven by the desire for financial gain, a common motive among cybercriminals who aim to extract money through various means such as ransom demands, identity theft, or fraudulent transactions. Beyond financial incentives, cyber attacks can also be politically motivated, particularly when state-sponsored hackers target government entities, critical infrastructure, and private enterprises. Their objective often includes the theft of sensitive data or the disruption of operational activities. These attacks serve as a means for malicious actors to exploit vulnerabilities in systems for personal or strategic advantages. Cyber attacks have the potential to unleash severe repercussions, impacting not only individuals and businesses, but society in its entirety. The financial aftermath of cybercrime is staggering, amounting to billions of dollars each year. Businesses face a myriad of expenses stemming from cyber breaches, including costs associated with recovering data, repairing systems, covering legal fees, and managing the fallout of reputational harm. The implications of such attacks go beyond mere financial loss, extending into the realms of trust, security, and the overall stability of the digital landscape. Cyber attacks have the potential to severely damage public confidence in digital technology and diminish trust in various online platforms and services. The unauthorized access leading to the theft of sensitive personal data, including credit card details, social security numbers, and medical records, can have far-reaching consequences, such as identity theft, financial fraud, and exploitation, thereby inflicting substantial harm on both individuals and communities. The breach of such confidential information not only jeopardizes the security and privacy of individuals, but also poses significant risks in terms of financial losses and emotional distress. In the cyber realm, Anonymous highlighted a pivotal trend forecasted to dominate the landscape of cyber attacks in the forthcoming decade, emphasizing the heightened risk posed by nation-state-backed cyber warfare. With ongoing geopolitical tensions and escalating rivalries on the world stage, it is anticipated that nation-states will progressively leverage cyber attacks as strategic instruments for coercion, espionage, and sabotage in a complex interplay of power dynamics. This evolution signifies a shift towards a more combative digital landscape, where cyber capabilities are wielded not only for defensive measures, but also as offensive tools to achieve political, military, and economic objectives. Recent forecasts indicate a rising trend where government-backed hackers are expected to intensify their focus on targeting critical infrastructure, government entities, and military installations. Their tactics are projected to become more frequent and sophisticated, aimed at disrupting vital services, extracting confidential data, and compromising the stability and security of competing nations. The escalating accessibility of advanced cyber weaponry, combined with the increasingly blurred boundaries between conventional warfare and cyber warfare, present formidable obstacles to established international standards and the robustness of cybersecurity measures. This evolution necessitates a deep examination of the complex challenges posed by the intersection of modern cyber threats with traditional security paradigms, highlighting the urgent need for enhanced vigilance and adaptive strategies in safeguarding against evolving cyber threats. One prominent trend that is anticipated to shape the landscape of cyber threats in the coming decade is the emergence of cybercrime as a service frameworks. These models facilitate malevolent individuals in leasing or procuring advanced hacking tools and services from the shadowy recesses of the Internet. With the diminishing barriers to entry into the realm of cybercrime and the increasing financial rewards for perpetrators, the frequency and sophistication of cyber assaults directed at corporations, government entities, and private individuals are expected to soar exponentially. This shift underscores a concerning reality where cyber offenders are leveraging easily accessible resources to orchestrate more elaborate and damaging attacks across various sectors, posing a significant challenge to cybersecurity efforts globally. Cybersecurity forecasts indicate a rising focus of cybercriminals on exploiting nascent technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and the Internet of Things to capitalize on vulnerabilities and plan sophisticated large-scale attacks primarily for monetary benefits. The persistence of ransomware attacks, data breaches, and identity theft is expected to continue, posing substantial risks to both businesses and individuals. These malicious activities are projected to evolve and adapt to target the vulnerabilities within the rapidly expanding technological landscape. Over the forthcoming 10 years, the rise of groundbreaking technologies like quantum computing, 5G networks, and autonomous systems is set to bring about a wave of fresh possibilities and obstacles within the cybersecurity domain. These advancements not only offer the potential to transform industries and enable innovative functionalities, but also bring forth new avenues for cyber threats and vulnerabilities that can be manipulated by malicious entities. As these disruptive technologies continue to evolve, the landscape of cybersecurity will witness a profound shift, necessitating a proactive approach in defending against emerging risks and securing critical infrastructure. The anticipated advancements in technology indicate that quantum computing stands poised to revolutionize the realm of cybersecurity by potentially rendering current cryptographic algorithms and encryption methods obsolete. As a result, there is a pressing need to innovate and implement encryption systems and security measures that can withstand the capabilities of quantum computing. Currently, the imminent widespread integration of 5G networks is projected to bring forth a new set of vulnerabilities associated with network slicing, edge computing, and the proliferation of interconnected devices. These developments are expected to intensify the repercussions of cyber assaults on essential infrastructure and supply chains, emphasizing the critical importance of fortifying defenses against evolving cyber threats. Amid the ever-changing landscape of cyber threats, it is becoming imperative for entities such as businesses, governmental bodies, and global partners to place a growing emphasis on resilience, collaboration, and the exchange of information as fundamental components of their cybersecurity strategies. Projections indicate a notable rise in the significance of partnerships between the public and private sectors, fostering the ability of organizations to combine their efforts, share critical threat data, and align their actions to counter cyber risks more efficiently. This collaborative approach is envisioned as a strategic shift that will greatly enhance the collective response capabilities against evolving cyber threats. In the realm of cybersecurity, the incorporation of proactive strategies like threat hunting, preparing for incident response, and conducting cyber resilience assessments is increasingly essential for businesses aiming to reduce the vulnerabilities associated with cyber intrusions. In parallel, governments are set to assume a pivotal role in nurturing a culture of cybersecurity consciousness and readiness. They are anticipated to make substantial investments in education, training, and programs focused on enhancing the capabilities of individuals and entities to effectively shield themselves against cyber hazards. This comprehensive approach signifies a shift towards a proactive stance in cybersecurity, underscoring the imperative nature of continuous vigilance and readiness in the face of evolving cyber threats. The forthcoming decade presents a complex landscape characterized by both opportunities and risks in the arena of cyber attacks. Factors such as advancements in technology, global political tensions, and the continuously evolving threat environment will significantly influence the trajectory of cybersecurity, presenting challenges that are profound and often unpredictable. Issues ranging from the escalation of cyber warfare conducted by nation-states to the proliferation of cybercrime as a service business models and the advent of disruptive technologies will create a myriad of intricate challenges for entities such as organizations, governments, and individuals. These diverse challenges underscore the vast and multifaceted nature of the cybersecurity landscape, requiring a comprehensive and in-depth approach to address the complex interplay of forces at play. This unfolding mystery seems to have been plucked straight from the pages of a compelling mystery novel, weaving a web of intrigue and fascination around the mysterious Dr. Ning Li and her baffling disappearance. Dr. Ning Li not only resided in Huntsville, but also emerged as a pioneering figure in the realm of anti-gravity experimentation. Following her relocation to the United States from China in 1983, Li embarked on her professional journey at the Center for Space Plasma and Aeronomic Research within the University of Alabama, Huntsville. Her transition not only signified a geographic move, but also marked a significant shift in her career trajectory. During the period spanning from 1991 to 1993, she gained widespread recognition and sparked controversy due to her involvement in a set of research papers. In her research endeavors, Lee elucidated an innovative and practical approach to generate an anti-gravity field, a feat that had hitherto remained unexplored. The conventional wisdom has long posited that the construction of an anti-gravity apparatus goes against the fundamental laws of nature, deeming it a theoretical impossibility. Despite this entrenched notion, Lee, in collaboration with Douglas Torr, ventured into uncharted territories, postulating ingenious methods to circumvent this steadfast belief through the utilization of a high-temperature superconductor. In a hyperspace field generator, the minuscule gravitational influence of every single atom present is amplified by the countless atoms within the disk. Dr. Lee asserted that by utilizing approximately 1 kilowatt of electrical power, her invention had the capability to generate a protective force field capable of essentially counteracting the effects of gravity within a circular area of about 1 foot in diameter, spanning from the Earth's surface to the outer reaches of space. This innovative technology harnesses the collective gravitational forces of the atomic structure to create a localized gravitational anomaly. In a bid to showcase their scientific endeavors, the researchers extended an invitation to representatives from the esteemed publication Popular Mechanics to pay a visit to their Huntsville laboratory. During this visit, they presented an ongoing project, a 12-inch disc designed as a high-tech stability disc. Once the disc was finalized, they confidently informed the magazine that if a bowling ball is positioned anywhere above this disc, it will remain stationary at that exact spot without any displacement. This innovative demonstration aimed to highlight the unique capabilities of their high-tech stability disc technology in maintaining the stability and position of objects placed above it, offering a glimpse into the promising applications of their research. In the late 1990s, Dr. Lee made bold assertions about successfully developing operational anti-gravity contraptions, sparking significant interest in scientific circles, as well as gaining widespread coverage in the media. Dr. Lee's groundbreaking claims fueled extensive discussions in various scientific journals and the mainstream press. Subsequently, in 1997, Dr. Lee embarked on furthering her innovative ideas by delving deeper into her concept and executing a series of additional experiments to validate her theories. She took a proactive stance by releasing comprehensive papers that detailed the peculiar alterations in weight observed in objects placed above a rotating superconductor. The notion that her groundbreaking research, termed taming gravity, has the potential to revolutionize the world is a massive understatement. The concept of taming gravity has the power to revolutionize transportation across all spheres. It envisions a future where individuals can effortlessly journey around the globe. Furthermore, this innovation has the capacity to reshape how we fuel transportation systems, fundamentally reducing our dependence on fossil fuels. Not only would it redefine the way we move from one place to another, but it could also usher in a new era of sustainable energy practices. Such a transformation has the potential to significantly impact various aspects of our daily lives, paving the way for a more efficient and environmentally friendly future. After the disappearance of Dr. Ning Lee, the story took a peculiar turn, delving into even more bizarre territories. In 1999, Lee made the significant decision to depart from her position at the University of Alabama in Huntsville to establish her venture, AC Gravity, with the ambition of bringing to market a device grounded in her innovative theories. Her peers, particularly Larry Smalley, the esteemed chair of the physics department at the University of Alabama in Huntsville, demonstrated remarkable faith in her vision as he also chose to leave the academic realm to join her in this entrepreneurial endeavor. Noteworthy records indicate that by February 2001, the United States Department of Defense awarded AC Gravity a substantial grant amounting to $448,000 to conduct research on the technology developed by Lee. Despite the infusion of funding and efforts invested, it is worth noting that the findings and outcomes of this research initiative never saw the light of publication. Over time, Dr. Lee refrained from publishing any additional work following a certain period. Despite the consistent renewal of AC Gravity's business license up to 2018, there exists no documented evidence of the company engaging in further projects or endeavors beyond this time frame. Li's professional trajectory post-February 2002 remains shrouded in ambiguity, sparking intrigue and speculation among researchers and enthusiasts alike. A thorough investigation conducted by Barely Sociable unearthed a pivotal piece of evidence, a documented record revealing her participation in the esteemed 2003. The title of her presentation, Measurability of AC Gravity Fields, showcased her continued engagement in groundbreaking research endeavors. Noteworthy is the fact that the MITRE Corporation, known for overseeing federally funded research projects for various U.S. government bodies, provided the platform for Li's presentation. During this significant event, she shared the stage with a distinguished representative from the U.S. Army Aviation and Missile Command at Redstone Arsenal, underscoring the ongoing relevance and application of her research initiatives. After Li's final documented communication in May 2003, the trail regarding her whereabouts goes cold. It culminated in a private email she sent to her colleagues, wherein she mentioned conducting an experiment that resulted in an 11 kilowatts of output effect. The true significance of this output remains shrouded in mystery, leaving many questions unanswered about the nature of the experiment and its implications. Despite the intriguing nature of the claim, the details surrounding the experiment and the context in which it took place are sparse. In February 2004, the noticeable absence of Dr. Ning Li prompted journalist Tim Ventura to reach out to Eugene Podkletnov, a fellow scientist in the field. Ventura's persistence in trying to contact Dr. Li was evident through his periodic emails to an address provided by Podkletnov. Despite receiving red receipts indicating that someone was monitoring the emails sent to Dr. Li, Ventura expressed his frustration at never receiving any responses. The repeated attempts to establish communication with Dr. Li underscored the mystery surrounding her unresponsiveness, leaving both Ventura and Podkletnov puzzled about the reasons behind her silence. This exchange between Ventura and Podkletnov sheds light on the elusive nature of Dr. Li's whereabouts and the intrigue surrounding her lack of communication despite being aware of incoming messages. Following Podkletnov's inquiry, he assured Ventura about her good health status and ongoing collaboration with the Department of Defense, yet mentioned the confidentiality surrounding her current projects. As time progressed, discussions about the whereabouts of Li gained momentum, accompanied by the proliferation of various theories. In the month of July and February 2008, an individual known as Jack Sarfati, who is a scientist, delivered a notably concerning update during an interview. This interview was subsequently shared on YouTube and featured in a video produced by Barely Sociable. The revelations made by Sarfati added another layer of complexity to the ongoing speculation and intrigue surrounding Li's mysterious disappearance. In the interview, Sarfati stated that Li had ceased her employment with the Department of Defense and relocated to China to pursue her professional endeavors. This assertion, revealed in the interview transcript, underscores the gravity of the accusation made against Li. According to Sarfati, the disappearance of the key scientist, Ning Li, is of significant importance concerning both national security and political implications. Notably, Ning Li, a Chinese researcher who had been actively engaged in scientific endeavors at NASA and the Redstone Arsenal, has been missing for several years now, with all attempts to locate her proving futile. Recent information suggests that she may have returned to China, where there are efforts underway to support similar scientific experiments with substantial financial backing. This development has piqued the interest of intelligence agencies who are closely monitoring the situation. It is believed that the Chinese government is investing resources in research related to anti-gravity propulsion technology, making them potential front-runners in this field. This scenario has raised concerns within the Pentagon and has prompted a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding Ning Li's sudden departure and the subsequent shift in research focus towards anti-gravity technologies by Chinese counterparts. The implications of these findings have far-reaching consequences, warranting a comprehensive review and analysis to better understand the geopolitical and security implications of these emerging developments in the scientific community. After the conclusion of Sarfati's interview, the video featuring Ning Li abruptly concludes without providing any definitive information about her professional endeavors post-February 2002. Eager to unravel the mystery, many people re-watched the footage, embarking on a quest to uncover the continuation of her intriguing narrative. Over the past couple of years, numerous online articles have surfaced. Among these publications, An obituary commemorating the life of Dr. Ning Li was specifically featured on the Berry Hill Funeral Home website, revealing the heartbreaking news of her passing on July 27, 2021. Nonetheless, her obituary disclosed no further details on her vanishing. The obituary commemorates Dr. Li, a pioneering scientist in superconductivity and anti-gravity research who passed away at the age of 79. Dr. Li's groundbreaking achievements included developing the world's first high-temperature superconducting device measuring 12 inches in the late 1990s. Given that Berry Hill Funeral Home operates within Huntsville, it can be reasonably inferred that the allegations suggesting Li's departure to China were inaccurate. Despite this, a significant number of individuals expressed skepticism regarding the authenticity of the obituary and opted to uphold a variety of theories instead. These doubts and speculations shed light on the complexities surrounding the circumstances of Li's purported disappearance and the subsequent dissemination of information. In the detailed obituary, George Guangyu Men was mentioned alongside his descendants. Following extensive research efforts, online users successfully uncovered George's registration of an LLC in the city, as well as the contact number associated with his business. Despite facing some hesitation, Noah Logan, a researcher, was fully committed to his quest at that point and not willing to abandon it. Subsequently, he mustered the courage to reach out to George. Upon their initial conversation, they acquainted themselves with each other, leading to George kindly extending an invitation for him to visit his residence and engage in a conversation regarding his late mother. George mentioned that although nobody had previously contacted him via phone, Noah was not the first person to reach out regarding the subject matter. He has received numerous correspondences from individuals based in New Zealand and other locations, all seeking further insights into Dr. Li's research. George had a vague understanding that there was ongoing interest in his mother, but he underestimated the true extent of this curiosity. To provide clarity, Noah presented videos to him and his 2 children in the comfort of his living room, showcasing some of the online discussions surrounding the topic. This presentation allowed George to shed light on several speculations that have lingered over the years. Of utmost importance, it was confirmed that Dr. Li remained within the Department of Defense and had not ventured abroad to work for the Chinese government. Interestingly, a particular detail corresponded with Sarfati's 2008 interview, aligning with previous information. Through this thorough exploration, George was able to dispel misconceptions and address the inquiries concerning his mother, providing valuable insights into her professional endeavors and dispelling any inaccurate assumptions. George recounted an incident from February 2008 when Chinese officials visited his mother during a visit by members of the Chinese Party to the United States. The officials tried persuading her to return to China to resume her previous work, but Li was unwavering in her decision. Having relocated with George in the late 1980s, she was firmly rooted and had no intentions of leaving her established life behind. Despite her strong ties to the United States, Li did consider going back for her mother's funeral upon her passing. Unfortunately, George revealed that she was ultimately prohibited from doing so, emphasizing the emotional complexity of their situation. This poignant anecdote sheds light on the enduring bond between Li and her adopted country, showcasing her unwavering commitment even in the face of personal loss and bureaucratic obstacles. Upon reminiscing about her time at university, he fondly recalled how delighted she was in disseminating her research findings. However, a noticeable shift occurred after she acquired top-secret clearance, which restricted her from openly sharing her work with others, leading to a significant decrease in her outgoing nature. Her demeanor transformed, evident in her subdued presence upon returning home from work, marked by a tired appearance and disheveled makeup. This stark contrast from her vibrant university days left him reflecting on the impact of professional constraints on her spirit. The transition to a more reserved and secluded persona highlighted the repercussions of stringent confidentiality measures on her overall demeanor and communication patterns. In an effort to gain insights into her work, Noah submitted requests under the Freedom of Information Act to obtain the outcomes of her 2001 grant, as well as any subsequent research endeavors. Regrettably, not only were his requests denied, but similar pleas from other individuals faced the same fate. Consequently, it appears that uncovering the specifics of her research post February 2002 will remain a daunting challenge for the foreseeable future. This impasse in accessing crucial information sheds light on the enduring mystery surrounding her research activities beyond that period. Upon conversing with George, it becomes evident that he continues to deeply admire his mother. His profound respect and reverence for her shine through in every word and expression he shares. Dr. Lee dedicated her days to working at Redstone Arsenal until the year 2014, when she was involved in an incident on the University of Alabama in Huntsville campus being struck by a vehicle while crossing the street. This unfortunate accident had profound and long-lasting repercussions on her family. Upon witnessing his wife of 46 years being thrown from the impact, Dr. Lee's husband suffered a heart attack. Despite medical efforts, he tragically passed away a year later in 2015. The repercussions of this event reverberated deeply within their family, leaving a significant impact that affected them both emotionally and physically. In the face of this profound loss, the family endured a period of immense grief and adjustment. George experienced a profound impact when the accident left Lee with irreversible brain damage that eventually led to her developing Alzheimer's disease shortly thereafter. Supporting his mother through the final 6 challenging years of her life until her passing in 2021, George faced immense emotional and physical strains. Witnessing a family member succumb to Alzheimer's is a deeply distressing ordeal, made even more poignant by his intimate knowledge of Lee's former intellect and the significance it held for her. Questions remain regarding Lee's work, with many asking what it was she was working on during her career and why Freedom of Information Act requests have been denied. In the vast expanse of space, numerous celestial events and phenomena have puzzled astronomers and space enthusiasts for centuries. Among these mysteries, sightings of unidentified objects have captivated the imagination of millions. These unidentified sightings can sometimes defy explanation and warrant serious consideration. One such perplexing event was the appearance of a large, circular, unidentified object observed in close proximity to the Sun. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time that this has happened. The event unfolded when a researcher into the unknown was looking through NASA's Solar and Heliospheric Observatory live feed. Interestingly, on various occasions, it's captured footage of a bright spherical object moving around the Sun. The object exhibited movement that appeared inconsistent with natural celestial bodies, sparking speculation about its origin. As more data and observations were collected, the mysterious object displayed astonishing characteristics. Its orbit around the Sun appeared to be highly irregular, defying the conventional laws of celestial mechanics. The object seemed to maintain a close proximity to the solar surface while maintaining a stable trajectory. Additionally, it was impervious to the extreme heat and radiation generated by the Sun, raising intriguing questions about its nature and composition. Numerous scientific theories emerged to explain the enigmatic appearance of the circular unidentified object near the Sun. Some experts hypothesized that it could be a natural phenomenon, such as an enormous coronal mass ejection or an unusually shaped solar prominence. However, these explanations were quickly dismissed by those who saw the image due to the object's sustained and controlled trajectory, features not typically seen in natural solar events. Another theory posited that the unidentified object might be an advanced spacecraft sent from a distant civilization. This speculation was met with skepticism as the concept of intelligent advanced life remains speculative and lacks concrete evidence. Nevertheless, the tantalizing possibility of advanced visitation could not be entirely discounted, spurring even more interest in the phenomenon. The sighting of the circular unidentified object near the Sun underscored the importance of solar exploration and its potential connection to understanding other celestial mysteries. In subsequent years, other solar observation missions, such as the Solar Dynamics Observatory, also recorded similar anomalies near the Sun. These sightings included objects resembling disks or spheres that seemed to traverse space with remarkable precision, sometimes seemingly in tandem with solar flares or other solar activities. The recurring nature of these sightings intrigued scientists and enthusiasts alike, driving further inquiry into their potential causes and implications. As mentioned, various theories have been put forth to explain these mysterious objects near the Sun. One explanation involves malfunctions or artifacts in the imaging equipment. Solar observation instruments are highly sensitive, and anomalies could arise from internal errors, reflections, or data processing issues. While this might explain some isolated incidents, it does not account for the consistent and coordinated movements exhibited by some unidentified objects. Another theory attributes the sightings to natural phenomena, such as coronal mass ejections or solar prominences. While these are indeed common solar events, they do not account for the precise movements and seemingly controlled trajectories exhibited by some of the observed unidentified objects. The most intriguing and controversial theory surrounding unidentified objects near the Sun is the suggestion that they could be spacecraft of advanced origin. Proponents of this hypothesis argue that advanced civilizations from other star systems may be exploring or utilizing our solar system using the Sun's gravitational pull as a cosmic highway for interstellar travel. However, this theory encounters significant skepticism from the scientific community, primarily due to the lack of tangible evidence supporting the existence of advanced life or their ability to travel to our solar system. Moreover, the vast distances between stars and the limitations of current propulsion technologies make interstellar travel a daunting endeavor, leading many scientists to consider this possibility as highly improbable. Regardless of their origin, these sightings near the Sun have inadvertently contributed to our understanding of space weather. Solar flares, coronal mass ejections, and other solar activities can significantly impact space weather, affecting satellite communication, power grids, and even Earth's magnetosphere. By closely studying these sightings, scientists have gained valuable insights into solar dynamics and magnetic fields, enabling them to develop more accurate space weather predictions and mitigation strategies. As these sightings near the Sun continue to spark public interest and intrigue, it is crucial to approach the subject with skepticism and critical analysis. While some sightings may defy immediate explanation, attributing them to extraterrestrial visitors or other fantastical explanations without empirical evidence can undermine serious scientific inquiry. Human space exploration has opened new frontiers, allowing astronauts to witness the wonders of the cosmos firsthand. Amidst these awe-inspiring experiences, a few remarkable encounters have been reported by astronauts, sightings of unidentified objects in space. These encounters have given rise to intriguing questions about the nature of these phenomena, their potential implications, and the significance of such observations for our understanding of the universe. Since the early days of space exploration, astronauts from various missions have reported witnessing peculiar and unexplained objects during their journeys. One of the earliest and most famous unidentified sightings occurred during the Apollo 11 mission to the Moon in 1969. The astronauts, including Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, reportedly observed a disc-shaped object that followed their spacecraft for a brief period. This sighting, along with others from subsequent missions, has been well documented in NASA archives and mission transcripts. Moreover, during space shuttle missions, astronauts reported observing unusual lights and objects, sometimes exhibiting erratic behavior or unconventional flight patterns. These sightings were not limited to one or two missions, but were reported by multiple astronauts from different space missions over the years. In response to these sightings, space agencies and scientists have conducted investigations to ascertain possible explanations. The majority of reported sightings have been attributed to natural phenomena or man-made debris, such as ice particles, satellites, or fragments from rockets. The unique conditions of space can cause these objects to appear unusual or anomalous to astronauts' perceptions. Additionally, optical illusions and the psychological impact of being in the vastness of space can also contribute to astronauts' interpretations of their observations. The cognitive effects of prolonged space travel, known as the overview effect, can lead to altered perceptions and heightened emotional responses, potentially influencing how astronauts interpret unfamiliar sights. Nevertheless, some sightings have defied conventional explanations, leading to persistent intrigue and ongoing research. NASA's reporting process has enabled astronauts to submit their observations, leading to meticulous analysis and examination by experts. However, they've been criticized in recent years as former workers have accused the agency of hiding information. While many sightings have been debunked or attributed to known phenomena, a small percentage remains unexplained, creating opportunities for further scientific exploration. The sightings reported by astronauts hold a unique position in public perception due to the credibility and stature of these individuals. Astronauts are highly trained professionals, renowned for their competence, courage, and scientific acumen. As a result, their accounts carry more weight in the eyes of the public than reports from the general population. When an astronaut reports a sighting, it captures the attention of media, enthusiasts, and skeptics alike. While some view these sightings as potential evidence of extraterrestrial visitation, others dismiss them as misinterpretations or optical illusions. These divergent views contribute to ongoing debates surrounding the existence of unidentified objects and the search for intelligent life beyond Earth. The encounters of astronauts with unidentified objects have also played a role in the broader context of the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. While the existence of intelligent alien life remains unproven, these sightings have sparked interest in exploring the possibilities of contact with civilizations beyond our planet. SETI initiatives involve the systematic monitoring of radio signals and other potential indicators of extraterrestrial technology in space. The hope is that by studying these unidentified sightings and other anomalous observations, we may glean valuable insights into the possibility of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. Despite the allure of astronaut encounters with unidentified objects, it is essential to exercise caution and uphold scientific rigor in evaluating these claims. While astronauts' testimonies command respect, they are not immune to human error or misinterpretation. It is crucial to investigate these sightings with an objective and skeptical approach, ruling out known phenomena and ensuring that unidentified observations are carefully analyzed before jumping to conclusions. Unidentified objects have long been associated with the potential for advanced propulsion systems that defy our understanding of physics. While sightings have been the subject of speculation and skepticism, their hypothetical propulsion methods have intrigued scientists and science fiction enthusiasts alike. One of the most widely speculated methods for their propulsion is anti-gravity technology. Anti-gravity would enable a spacecraft to counteract the force of gravity, eliminating the need for conventional propulsion methods like rockets. Instead, the craft could hover, accelerate, and decelerate with ease, seemingly defying the laws of physics. The concept of anti-gravity propulsion remains highly theoretical and hypothetical. Some theories suggest the use of exotic materials with negative mass or negative energy density, while others propose manipulating the fabric of spacetime itself. While we have yet to observe or produce negative mass, the concept continues to be a subject of scientific exploration and speculation. Electromagnetic propulsion involves the interaction of electric and magnetic fields to generate thrust. One theoretical approach is the use of electromagnetic propulsion via electromagnetic fields to propel these crafts. By manipulating magnetic fields around the spacecraft, it could achieve propulsion without the need for propellant as seen in conventional rockets. This concept is in its early stages of research and has been explored in laboratory experiments. However, significant challenges remain, including the efficient generation of electromagnetic fields capable of producing sufficient thrust for space travel. Popularized by science fiction, warp drive is a theoretical concept based on solutions to Einstein's field equations in general relativity. According to physicist Miguel Alcubierre's theory, a warp bubble could be created around a spacecraft, compressing space in front of it and expanding it behind, effectively contracting the distance the craft needs to traverse. While the idea of a warp drive is captivating, it faces numerous challenges, such as the requirement for exotic matter with negative energy density to stabilize the warp bubble. The existence of such exotic matter is purely speculative and has not been observed or created in the laboratory. Quantum vacuum propulsion relies on the concept of harnessing the energy from the vacuum of space, a sea of virtual particles that spontaneously pop in and out of existence. By exploiting the energy fluctuations of the quantum vacuum, a spacecraft could theoretically generate propulsion. This concept remains highly theoretical and unproven, as extracting energy from the vacuum is an immensely challenging task. Nonetheless, scientists continue to explore this idea, considering the implications of quantum vacuum fluctuations for advanced propulsion systems. The theoretical propulsion methods for unidentified objects push the boundaries of our current understanding of physics and the universe. While these concepts have captivated the human imagination and inspired science fiction narratives, it is essential to recognize that they remain theoretical and speculative. As of right now, the the concept of propulsion methods will remain an intriguing subject of scientific exploration, inspiring us to dream of a future where we unlock the secrets of the universe and venture beyond the stars. Someone found this huge object above the Eastern Pacific. It was captured using the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Tropical Pacific Weather Channel. The man who found it put the recording on a loop, and during this, a huge triangular object appears. Oddly enough, the man stated that the object is around half the size of Mexico. The triangular object was caught hovering above the ocean and was detected by satellite. The man who found it said that he's never seen anything like it, noting that he often checks this live camera feed, and nothing of this size has ever showed up before. The man went on to explain that the object was visible for over 7 hours, saying that it wasn't just a random cloud formation or glitch, and said that it stayed in the same location. These black triangle objects have been witnessed for several decades now, with researchers into the unknown saying that sightings can be traced back hundreds of years. These enigmatic triangular crafts have been spotted all over the world, leading to fervent speculation and debate among researchers and enthusiasts. Black triangle sightings began to gain prominence in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Witnesses described these crafts as large, dark, silent, and triangular in shape, often with bright lights at each corner. These sightings caught the attention of researchers who were intrigued by the consistent descriptions from witnesses around the globe. Black triangles have been reported in various countries, including the United States, United Kingdom, Mexico, and Japan. Witnesses describe seeing these crafts hovering silently in the sky or moving at high speeds. The origins of these black triangles remain a subject of speculation and debate. Several hypotheses have been proposed to explain these sightings. Skeptics argue that black triangles are classified military aircraft undergoing testing or surveillance operations. The secretive nature of military programs could explain the lack of public acknowledgement. Interestingly, though, various eyewitnesses have reported seeing these black triangles hovering above the ocean. While many unidentified objects are witnessed in the skies above land, there is a growing body of evidence and speculation that suggests these objects may also have a significant interest in the oceans. One of the primary reasons these objects might be interested in the oceans is the abundance of water. Earth is the only planet known to have vast oceans of liquid water, a precious resource that could be of immense value to advanced civilizations. Water is essential for sustaining life as we know it, and it is possible that unidentified objects are searching for or monitoring Earth's oceans in their quest for habitable environments. The oceans represent some of the most unexplored and diverse ecosystems on Earth. Environments harbor an incredible variety of life forms, many of which are yet to be discovered by humans. It is conceivable that these objects, equipped with advanced sensing technologies, are interested in studying these unique ecosystems and their inhabitants to better understand the diversity of life in the universe. One intriguing theory put forth by some researchers is the possibility of submerged bases in Earth's oceans. If unidentified objects are of advanced origin, it is conceivable that they might have established bases underwater to remain hidden and undetected from human observation. These underwater bases could serve as research outposts or staging areas for their activities on Earth. Numerous sightings have been reported in close proximity to marine life, particularly with regard to encounters with whales and dolphins. Some witnesses have described these objects emerging from or submerging into the ocean, suggesting a connection between unidentified objects and marine life. This has led some researchers to speculate about potential communication or interaction between these objects and Earth's intelligent marine species. Another speculative theory is that unidentified objects may be interested in extracting resources from the oceans. Earth's oceans contain vast amounts of minerals and elements, some of which may be scarce or highly valuable in other parts of the universe. Advanced civilizations may view our oceans as a potential source of valuable resources, leading them to explore or exploit these underwater reserves. The oceans are also home to various forms of energy, including geothermal vents, which release hot, mineral-rich water from beneath the Earth's surface. Such energy sources could be of interest to advanced civilizations seeking sustainable and renewable energy solutions. These aircrafts might be monitoring or harnessing these energy reserves to power their craft or other technologies. The vastness and depth of the oceans offer a convenient environment for concealment and surveillance. These aircrafts could use the ocean as a hiding place or base of operations, especially given that human exploration and surveillance technologies are less developed underwater than in space or on land. The ocean's depths also provide an effective shield against human detection. As of right now, the Earth's oceans are a fascinating and mysterious aspect of the broader phenomenon. While there is no definitive evidence to confirm the reasons behind this apparent attraction, numerous scientific theories and speculative ideas offer plausible explanations. Whether these objects are drawn to Earth's oceans for resources, water, or the study of marine life, their presence and activities remain one of the greatest enigmas of our time. This isn't the first time that something like this has been detected, and former workers have come forward and detailed that these objects are occasionally witnessed. Back in February 2008, a team of National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration scientists embarked on a routine research expedition aboard their state-of-the-art research vessel. Their mission was to study marine life and oceanic currents in the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. However, one of the workers said that this voyage would lead them to an encounter that would defy their understanding of the world. As the vessel sailed through the tranquil waters, the scientists immersed themselves in their work, meticulously collecting data and observing marine creatures. Dr. Walker, the lead marine biologist, had always been fascinated by the mysteries of the deep sea. As night fell, the team continued their observations under the shimmering moonlight. Suddenly, an unusual blip appeared on the ship's radar, catching the attention of Dr. Walker and the crew. They were puzzled by the mysterious signal, as there were no other vessels reported in the vicinity. With a sense of anticipation, the crew followed the radar signal, leading them to an area where the ocean currents seemed to converge. As they approached, an eerie silence enveloped the ship, broken only by the gentle lapping of the waves against the hull. Then, out of the darkness, a breathtaking sight unfolded before them. A massive, triangle-shaped object hovered above the water, emitting a soft, ethereal glow. The mysterious craft seemed to defy the laws of physics, maintaining a steady position in the air without any visible means of propulsion. Amidst the astonishment, Dr. Walker quickly grabbed her camera and began capturing images of the otherworldly spectacle. The crew members, equally mesmerized, exchanged bewildered glances as they tried to make sense of the inexplicable sighting. Captain Reynolds radioed to other National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration vessels that were in the area, reporting their sighting with an air of incredulity. The situation was unprecedented, and the crew knew that their encounter would be met with skepticism back home. As the night wore on, the enigmatic triangle object remained suspended above the ocean, seemingly unbothered by the presence of the workers. Dr. Walker and her team observed the object's peculiar light patterns, noting how it occasionally emitted bright flashes before dimming again. Suddenly, the object started to move, gliding noiselessly across the sky. The crew watched in awe as it soared effortlessly above the water, leaving behind a faint trail of shimmering light. The object then made a quick getaway and was not seen for the rest of the mission. Oddly enough, the cameras were taken from the crew, and they were told not to speak of their encounter. These sonar images were released that show a mysterious object on the bottom of the ocean floor. According to a report by military officials, they suggested that the object is either a school of fish or a submarine. Interestingly, at the time, there was speculation that this could have been an unidentified object, as officials were very silent about the discovery when it was first announced. Oddly enough, new reports have come out about the object, which has created more questions than answers. The broken language is due to the article being translated, but it reveals that the large object, measuring 12 meters in length, has now vanished. The sudden disappearance of a significant object from the ocean floor has sparked skepticism among numerous users, prompting them to ponder the plausibility of such an event. Many people have commented their disbelief regarding the disappearance of the large object. When the photograph was submitted to a group that investigates underwater anomalies, people couldn't decide on what they were looking at and how the 12-meter-long object was able to vanish from the seafloor. One user acknowledges that such an event might be reasonable in the case of a small object or a piece of machinery that could have fallen off a ship, adding that the possibility of erosion or being carried away by the tide could be used as a potential explanation if the object was much smaller. However, users stated that they have no way of explaining how such a large object suddenly vanished. People who have seen the image now state there are two mysteries. First, what the object is, and secondly, how it vanished in such a short period of time. In further exploration of this issue, some individuals delved into the perplexing nature of the situation, pondering the unusual disappearance of a 12-meter object from the ocean floor. The sudden disappearance of the object has sparked significant curiosity, leading individuals to ponder not only about the nature of the object itself, but also about the perplexing circumstances surrounding its vanishing act. Throughout history, researchers delving into enigmatic oceanic phenomena have consistently reported instances of peculiar submerged entities lying on the seabed. These experts have raised concerns about the recurrence of such anomalies and have specifically probed the possibility of clandestine retrieval operations carried out by military entities. The ocean, with its vast and largely unexplored depths, continues to harbor mysteries that intrigue and baffle in equal measure. The statement conveyed that an increasing number of individuals are venturing into the realm of treasure hunting, a trend that is fueling the unearthing of fresh discoveries beneath the sea's surface. Due to this situation, authorities in the vicinity might have preferred to prevent individuals from accidentally coming across this finding and sharing the images on the internet. This cautious approach suggests a desire to maintain secrecy and control over the information to avoid unwanted attention. The realm of unidentified objects and intriguing oceanic findings has captivated the minds of many for generations, sparking curiosity and conjecture. Delving deeper into the subject beyond mere curiosity reveals an intricate network of national security issues that intricately interweave, creating hurdles in the divulgence of such objects. The primary worry regarding the revelation of these underwater findings revolves around the associated data and its possible implications for national security. The disclosure of such mysterious underwater discoveries raises significant questions about how it could potentially affect the security of nations, both regionally and globally. The potential confirmation of sophisticated phenomena may spark inquiries into the abilities and motivations of external foes, potentially resulting in increased tensions and geopolitical turbulence. Revealing confidential information regarding these mysterious discoveries, especially those related to military personnel or critical installations, may inadvertently expose strategic weaknesses or sensitive technologies to potential foes. Such disclosures have the potential to jeopardize national defense strategies and hinder initiatives aimed at safeguarding against evolving threats. It is crucial to exercise caution when handling such sensitive data, as any unauthorized exposure could have far-reaching implications for national security and defense preparedness. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time that a mysterious underwater discovery has been made. Despite popular belief, the final frontier not only encompasses space, but also vast expanses of uncharted territory in our oceans. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration reveals that our exploration efforts have barely scratched the surface, with less than 5% of the ocean explored to date. Remarkable discoveries made by underwater archaeologists annually contribute to our understanding of history, serving as a reminder that there is still a great deal awaiting discovery. The OceanX diving team is well acquainted with enigmatic findings, and one of their extensively documented discoveries involves an intriguing object resting on the Baltic Sea floor. Referred to as the Baltic Sea anomaly, this underwater structure gained widespread attention due to its peculiar appearance. Notably resembling a disc-shaped aircraft, speculation within online communities arose, suggesting the possibility of an advanced aerial vehicle being unearthed by the diving team. With a diameter of 60 meters, the Baltic Sea anomaly resides in the depths of the northern Baltic Sea. This remarkable find was made by Peter Lindberg, Dennis Asperg, and their renowned Swedish diving team in June 2011. Interestingly, the group has recently returned to the site and said that they have an update, noting that more strange activity happened while they were directly above the object. The research team stumbled upon a fascinating discovery while on their expedition to locate an ancient shipwreck. While passing over the object, they detected an intriguing reading that piqued their curiosity. According to OceanX, This enigmatic anomaly measures approximately 3 to 4 meters in thickness and has a diameter of around 60 meters. Notably, the object rests on a sturdy pillar-like structure towering at about 8 meters in height, located between 85 and 90 meters below the surface. Despite the seemingly shallow depth, the visibility in the area is extremely poor, making it challenging for the team to observe their surroundings. Curiously, during their initial encounter, the team encountered equipment malfunctions, which inexplicably ceased upon passing the object. Initially attributing it to chance, the team retraced their steps, only to face the same issue with their equipment again. This has prompted the team to hypothesize that the object emits some form of electromagnetic field. They have conducted multiple tests, consistently experiencing equipment failure whenever they approach the anomaly. According to skilled diver Stefan Hogborn, he experienced a peculiar phenomenon while diving. He mentioned that any electronic devices, including a satellite phone, ceased to function when they were near the object. However, once they distanced themselves approximately 200 meters from the object, the devices began working again. Surprisingly, the devices malfunctioned once more when they returned above the object. Those that looked into the object said that it was natural. However, the divers have contested this claim by pointing out that natural formations do not have the ability to deactivate electrical equipment or possess a disc-like shape. Dennis Asberg, alongside the diving team from OceanX, has recently unveiled an unprecedented photograph of the anomaly. According to Dennis, this image has never been witnessed before. While he has chosen to withhold certain specifics, he has revealed his intention to delve further into the matter during a podcast hosted by himself and his son. The podcast, named Dennis World, will provide an opportunity for a more detailed discussion on the subject matter. He said that he's released a never-before-seen image of the Baltic Sea anomaly. The picture was taken in 2012, and Dennis said that if you look at the picture, you can see a triangle with a hole. It's hard to see, and therefore Dennis uploaded a picture with a red line, and you can see that the plate is covered with sediment as well. And below, you see burnt organic material. The picture was taken on the side of the object. According to individuals who have observed the image, the longer you gaze at it, the more distinct features become apparent. They have noticed the presence of defined edges and openings that directly penetrate the structure, which was initially described during the team's initial exploration. One user remarked that it resembles debris from the ocean with coral growth accumulated on its surface. This perpendicular perspective grants us a more comprehensive view of the object, allowing us to discern a solid entity hidden beneath the coral. Upon the initial identification of the item, the team had inquiries, prompting them to investigate it further. However, their investigation only raised additional queries. As the divers approached the abnormality, they noticed a seemingly dark staircase that extended into the object. Notably, samples were sent for analysis in an attempt to determine its composition. According to Steve Weiner's assessments, the object was determined to not be a natural geological formation, but rather constructed from metals not found in nature. The team from OceanX mentioned that when they were exploring the depths of the ocean, they observed a colossal structure that appeared even larger due to the darkness. They compared its size to that of a passenger plane and noted the challenges they faced while navigating in such conditions. Interestingly, they noticed a trail behind the object, which was also confirmed by sonar images. This has led to speculations that the object might have crashed and skidded along the ocean floor. The divers discovered visible skid marks in that area. Additionally, the researchers noticed peculiar carvings on the surface of the object which appeared unnatural. The wreckage is located approximately 90 meters deep, and the muddy waters make it extremely difficult to capture footage or photographs of the site. The team revisited the location once more, deploying a remotely operated vehicle during their investigation. However, when the remotely operated vehicle approached the anomaly at a distance of a few meters, the compass started malfunctioning unpredictably. What's noteworthy is that a similar occurrence took place during their initial encounter with the anomaly. Peter Lindbergh commented that due to extremely poor visibility and the uncontrollable compass, it was challenging to track the remotely operated vehicle's location accurately. The compass seemed to be functioning independently, and the tether frequently got entangled. Many knowledgeable individuals have shared accounts of an anomaly referred to as the equipment turning off phenomenon. According to these reports, when pilots and fishing vessels come across unidentified aircraft, they often experience a sudden and complete loss of power or energy in their electrical devices. Numerous incidents have been documented where unidentified objects have been associated with the sudden shutdown of various types of equipment, including planes, tractors, cars, buses, motorcycles, and even lawnmowers. Interestingly, the affected devices typically resume functioning once the unidentified craft departs. One testimonial originates from a fishing crew aboard a vessel. They recounted an incident where they observed an unidentified object in the sky, causing a complete shutdown of all their electronic devices, including the ship's radio transmission to shore. Approximately 15 minutes later, when the object had moved away, everything returned to normal, although the fishermen noted that their mobile phones were also drained of power. Surprisingly, similar accounts have been shared by fishermen worldwide, reporting encounters with peculiar objects near their fishing vessels at night, consistently resulting in disturbances to their equipment. Currently, limited research has been conducted on this phenomenon with only eyewitnesses recounting these experiences. However, some pilots have come forward, attesting to the influence of these objects on their aircraft as well. A fisherman shared the following account of an unusual encounter they had while fishing near Jersey. It was late at night, around 10:30, when the fisherman and his son noticed a distant light. As they approached for a better look, they couldn't discern any details because the object was too far away. However, moments later, the light seemed to descend and land in the ocean, resembling a lantern. Approximately 5 minutes later, the son spotted the light again, but this time it was much closer and moving beneath the water's surface. They observed as it passed under their boat, causing their VHF radio to flicker through different channels. Notably, the boat's lights turned off and the engine stalled. In darkness, they watched as the eerie light traversed the length of the boat. Suddenly, the object ascended from the ocean, swiftly disappearing over the horizon within seconds. Miraculously, once it departed, all on-board equipment powered back on. Despite the vivid encounter, they are unable to determine the nature of what they witnessed. Reluctant to share the story due to potential skepticism, they initially mistook the light for a lantern due to its faint glow. However, upon closer proximity, the vibrant colors of the object made it difficult to focus on. Unfortunately, both their phones were drained of battery that night, preventing them from capturing any photographs. Regardless, they have not encountered the object again since that incident. Many who followed this story believe that the Baltic Sea anomaly couldn't be an unidentified submerged object. USOs, or unidentified submerged objects, are a fascinating and mysterious phenomenon that has captivated the imagination of researchers and enthusiasts alike. While unidentified flying objects are commonly associated with sightings in the sky, USOs refer to unidentified objects that are observed beneath the surface of bodies of water, such as oceans, lakes, and rivers. USOs have been reported throughout history with accounts dating back centuries. Tales of strange objects emerging from the depths have been passed down through generations, sparking curiosity and intrigue. However, it was not until the modern era that USOs began to receive more attention and scrutiny. Numerous reports of USO sightings have surfaced from different parts of the world, including the Bermuda Triangle, the Pacific Ocean, and the Great Lakes. Witnesses often describe the objects as glowing or emitting lights, moving in a controlled manner underwater, and displaying remarkable speed and agility. The explanations for USOs vary, with some suggesting natural phenomena as the cause, while others entertain the possibility of extraterrestrial or advanced human-made technology. One natural explanation is the presence of bioluminescent organisms, which can create light patterns and unusual glows underwater. However, this explanation does not account for the structured movements and high speeds reported by witnesses. Another hypothesis suggests that USOs could be advanced military or experimental submarines or underwater vehicles. It is well known that various governments around the world have been conducting research and development in underwater technologies, and some speculate that certain USO sightings may be related to secret military operations. However, the absence of official acknowledgement or confirmation of such advanced technology adds to the mystery surrounding USOs. The study of USOs is complex due to the challenges associated with exploring and investigating the depths of our oceans. The vastness and extreme conditions of underwater environments make it difficult to conduct thorough research and gather concrete evidence. Additionally, the lack of mainstream scientific attention and funding dedicated to USO research further hampers our understanding of these phenomena. As of right now, USOs continue to be a subject of great interest and speculation. Reported sightings and encounters suggest the existence of underwater objects that defy conventional explanations. While natural phenomena and terrestrial technology may account for some cases, the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement cannot be ruled out entirely. Further scientific research and exploration of our planet's oceans are crucial to unraveling the mysteries surrounding USOs and shedding light on this intriguing phenomenon. Someone just reported that something opened up above CERN's Large Hadron Collider. Photographs of the strange object were posted to social media, with many saying that the object looks like a dark portal. Oddly enough, the user who posted the footage said that some sources are saying that these photographs were captured above the United States. But the truth is that they were actually taken above Switzerland's Large Hadron Collider complex. The opening has been described as looking like a dark portal, with the user saying that people were pulling to the side of the road to take videos. What's interesting about this object is that some said that when you look directly into the hole, you can't see the sky on the other side. If the event itself wasn't strange enough, people then started to come forward and comment that they had a dream about this event. With dozens of people saying that they had a dream where they imagined a portal opening in the sky and detailed that when they were looking inside it, they felt complete happiness come over them. Oddly enough, one person even said that they shared the dream they had on their social media page several days before this happened. Strangely, the dark opening appears to just sit in the sky. And as of right now, it's caused a variety of theories to be put forward by those who've seen it. One user suggested that experiments may have been conducted in the area, and that this is the result of one of them, saying that if officials did this during the night, then it wouldn't be easy to see. As if this mysterious sighting wasn't strange enough, some people were saying that they could see objects flying out of the portal, with one woman describing how she saw two orb-like objects. And interestingly, these were even picked up on the video. These orbs are often associated with strange phenomena, and sightings of these bright lights go back hundreds of years. The reason people say they are connected to other mysterious aircrafts is due to how they move, with eyewitnesses saying that they appear to be under intelligent control as they are able to travel at high speeds, make quick maneuvers, and even vanish within seconds. These strange glowing orbs have also been captured on things like webcams, and it's led researchers to say that they are perhaps one of the most reported mysterious flying objects, and that they are known for being difficult to photograph, as they just appear as glowing smudges on cameras. In recent years, scientists have come forward and said that humans have the ability to control and manipulate the weather, saying that this involves the use of various techniques to alter the natural processes that create weather phenomena such as rain, snow, hail, and fog. One common technique used involves the use of chemicals such as silver iodide or dry ice to stimulate cloud formation and precipitation. The chemicals are released into the atmosphere either by ground-based generators or by aircraft, where they are dispersed into the clouds to encourage the formation of rain or snow. Other techniques that have been proposed include the use of lasers, microwave beams, and even large-scale wind turbines to alter the movement and behavior of atmospheric systems. While these techniques have shown some promise in certain applications, their effectiveness remains limited and controversial. Some went down this route and suggested that this was part of some experiment being carried out in the area. Skeptics were not impressed and said that what people are most likely seeing is nothing more than a cloud or a smoke ring. A smoke ring is a visible vortex ring formed by smoke or other particles in the air. The ring is created when a burst of air is expelled through a circular opening, such as the mouth or the barrel of a smokestack. The air forms a vortex as it travels through the opening, creating a circular motion that draws in smoke or other particles from the surrounding air. As the vortex expands and moves away from the opening, it forms a distinct ring shape that is often visible for several seconds. However, many who allegedly witnessed this event said that the ring didn't disperse and noted that it could be seen hovering in the sky for several minutes without moving. They also noted that if it was a smoke ring, then you would be able to see through it, but said that you couldn't and that all you could see when you looked into it was darkness. As of right now, people are still debating what this object is and where it came from. Since the Large Hadron Collider first started up on September 10, 2008, it's been at the center of many incredible discoveries, with those around the world questioning the true nature of this giant machine. Just recently, someone was live streaming above the Large Hadron Collider when they noticed something strange. They described the object in question as being a set of stationary lights, saying that they didn't move, were hovering above the Large Hadron Collider complex, and that every so often each of the lights would turn on and off, but said that not at any point did they descend in elevation, and describing the object as being in the shape of a triangle or a boomerang. As the live stream continued, it started to gain traction as thousands of people flooded in to see what this thing was, while at the same time putting forward their own theories in order to explain it. The individual was there for over an hour recording the whole thing. Oddly enough, those who live close to the region have long said that strange lights and weather phenomena have been recorded above the complex, and that these strange lights don't match things like planes and helicopters. One person said the following about the strange lights. "This is a little ominous, isn't it? There's a huge triangular-shaped object hovering above the Large Hadron Collider while lightning is surrounding it. It's like a scene from a movie." End quote. One of the strangest things about this event was how the object just stayed in the same position for all of the live stream, with some of the viewers asking how it could have done this. The strange object was made up of 4 lights that would occasionally turn on and off. At this moment in time, the size of this craft is not known, but some have guessed that it's anywhere from 40 feet to hundreds of feet in length. Another user has said that residents keep reporting strange openings in the sky, describing them as looking like portals. And oddly enough, in some instances, witnesses have reported seeing strange objects flying out of these openings only to fly off at incredible speeds. During the last few years, there's been a wide range of reports featuring sightings of glowing objects that don't appear to match anything in the area. Some described these objects as looking like glowing orbs, while others called them green fireballs, and said that they demonstrated a form of intelligence in their evasive maneuvering and flight patterns. One of the first known reports surrounding these strange aircrafts was made back in 2010. According to the report, a civilian airplane, alongside a nearby military airplane, both reported what they described as a bright green fireball passing nearby as they were flying over the area. The 2 pilots were quoted as describing the fireballs as a huge green meteor and a green ball of fire with no physical dimensions or outlines. Residents backed up these claims and noted that strange objects could be seen traveling across the sky, but after investigations were carried out, the first report was dismissed, saying that the most likely explanation for this sighting was that of a meteor burning up in the lower atmosphere with a possible chemical composition of copper chloride, a compound commonly known for burning a bright green under natural conditions. Oddly enough, only a few days after this first sighting, locals in the area would go on to report that portals started opening up in the sky, and that strange objects could be seen flying out of them. Although this sounds like a completely fabricated story, a very similar report has been made at the Skinwalker Ranch, which can be found in the United States. One user detailed the following encounter. In 2010, a group of us saw a bright light in the sky that appeared to be an opening of sorts. At first, we thought that it may have been a new kind of technology that was testing out company logos in the sky. But as we were watching this strange spiral in the sky, an object then flew out of it. After around 10 seconds, the strange spiral closed, and the object that flew out of it was nowhere to be seen. We all just stood there questioning what we had just witnessed. End quote. Pilots in the area have described the aircrafts they've witnessed as displaying intelligent and erratic movements and appeared to contain no physical outlines of any kind. Realizing that something far more unnatural was occurring, this second sighting would cause more people in the area to take notice of these strange aircrafts. Oddly enough, only 12 days following the prior incident, an astronomer working at the University of New Mexico claimed to have spotted several of these objects that had been reported. When observing the unexplainable lights, the astronomers studied their paths and emissions and gathered a significant amount of information before writing to the United States Air Force. The astronomers' letter detailed these objects, and they said to the United States military that the lights were not typical of meteor behavior and must be a form of intelligent aerial craft. As of right now, these sightings have been dismissed as being planes, meteorites, or space debris burning up in the atmosphere. Although these bizarre sightings have been massively downplayed by military officials, those living in the region have said they don't buy this explanation and said that something strange is happening above this area. The European Council for Nuclear Research said the following on their website. The creation of black holes at the Large Hadron Collider is very unlikely. However, some theories suggest that the formation of tiny quantum black holes may be possible. The observation of such an event would be thrilling in terms of our understanding of the universe. The creation of a quantum black hole at the Large Hadron Collider would be very surprising, but very exciting indeed. It would allow physicists to learn about nature's most elusive force, gravity. The creation of a black hole at the Large Hadron Collider would confirm theories that our universe is not four-dimensional but indeed hosts other dimensions. It would be quite a spectacular philosophical outcome. In the same way that the theory of relativity or of quantum mechanics revolutionized our way of thinking, discovering the existence of extra dimensions would be a major new milestone in our understanding of the universe. There is no obvious application for knowing this. Many people will start speculating about using these extra dimensions for space and time travel or as a source of clean energy and who knows what else. End quote. Interestingly, these triangular-shaped aircrafts haven't just been seen above the Large Hadron Collider. For years now, they've been reported in pretty much every country around the world. What they are, though, is still heavily debated. Some argue that these crafts are part of the latest stealth fleet of either the United States or United Kingdom's military, while some users have questioned how we would have such a thing. Another thing that's been picked up on by amateur researchers is how these aircrafts are never usually seen during the daytime. Although there have been a few photographs taken during the day, it still hasn't helped us to come to a definitive answer for what these things are, along with how they are able to achieve some of the things that they do. There have been around 4,000 reports of these triangles since 1990 in the United Kingdom alone. There have also been waves of triangle sightings in Belgium, France, Holland, and Germany. According to databases that keep track of mysterious aircrafts, the Black Triangle is one of the most commonly cited crafts that gets reported by eyewitnesses. And most of the people who have seen these crafts describe the same thing: a dark black triangle hovering silently in the sky. Mr. McGrillen, a media journalist, has said that United States officials have in their possession a clear photograph of one of these black triangles rising out of the ocean, saying that insiders are aware of this photograph, as they have gone on record about it, saying that the craft was captured back in 2019 by a pilot. Mr. McGrillen said the following: "It could be a key piece of evidence, demonstrating that we are truly in the presence of some other intelligence." End quote. At the time, the pilot was flying in a Super Hornet. The photograph in question was captured by equipment on board the Super Hornet, which is one of the reasons why it hasn't been released to the public, with insiders noting that the photograph is still locked up with United States officials who don't talk about it and who've said likely won't be releasing it any time in the near future. Those who've seen the photograph have said that it was captured by the pilot off the east coast of the United States and describe it as looking like a giant black triangle with blunted edges and having spherical white lights on each of the corners. Tom Rogan, the national security writer for the Washington Examiner, has come forward and said that the photograph does exist after being told about it from insiders. He said the following: "It's the tip of the iceberg, but we will see more leaks of mysterious flying aircraft imagery and data in the coming years. United States officials should get ahead of the curve and officially release more material." End quote. It's for this reason that some have said that these mysterious black triangles don't belong to us, noting that if they aren't willing to even share a photograph or talk about it, then it's likely that these things are coming from an outside source. Some online users have said that it's strange because in the last few years, we've basically been told that many of these crafts are actually seen out in the oceans, and this has caused some to put forward their own theories for why this is. For years now, people have said they've seen strange objects flying in and out of the oceans, with many dismissing these claims as nothing more than made-up stories. But with insiders now admitting that many of these crafts have been seen in our oceans by United States officials and the military, it's only caused more questions to be put forward, including who do they belong to? Why are they more commonly seen out in the oceans? What's out there that's causing them to fly miles out to sea? Why aren't these photographs being released? And ultimately, where are they coming from? The International Space Station orbits the Earth, serving as a beacon of scientific exploration and international collaboration. However, alongside its remarkable achievements, the International Space Station has also become the focal point of intriguing reports and recordings of unidentified objects. Recently, some interesting photographs have been shared around social media, showing what appears to be two medium-sized black cubes flying past one of the International Space Station's cameras. As the live feed camera transmitted images of the Earth and surrounding space, a user online noticed two small, dark objects in the distance. They said that its shape and movements deviated from the expected patterns of space debris or known satellites. Intrigued, they started to take some screenshots in the hopes of better understanding what it was that they witnessed. They said that the objects were in the shape of a cube, saying that it maneuvered gracefully through the vast emptiness of space. The user said that it flew past the camera within a matter of seconds and displayed agility and speed beyond the capabilities of any known human-made spacecraft. With the mysterious object captivating their attention, they knew that they were witnessing something strange and so quickly grabbed some screenshots. They said that the object's flight patterns and advanced maneuvers challenged conventional understanding, raising questions about its technological capabilities and potential nature. After sharing the photographs online, some suggested that the small black objects were advanced reconnaissance probes from an advanced civilization observing humanity's activities from afar. Others theorized that it could be a result of a top-secret military experiment pushing the boundaries of aerospace technology. Regardless of the explanations, the sighting opened up a world of possibilities and triggered discussions about the existence of intelligent life beyond Earth. However, despite numerous attempts at trying to explain what these objects were, they remained a mystery. Interestingly, those who saw the photographs said that this isn't the first time that these objects have been captured on the International Space Station's live cameras, and said that over the years, a variety of strange objects have been captured. Although NASA and other space agencies have said that these objects are nothing of interest and can normally be explained as things like space debris and camera glitches, this hasn't stopped users from investigating further, noting that every so often these objects can be seen during the live streams. Whether these two small black objects were an otherworldly visitor, a product of advanced human technology, or something else entirely, its presence has left many unanswered questions. And as humanity continues its voyage of discovery, the enigmatic encounter serves as a constant reminder that the universe is full of surprises, waiting to be discovered. As mentioned, numerous recordings from the International Space Station have captured objects appearing in the frame, exhibiting unconventional flight patterns and unexplained characteristics. Eyewitness accounts and footage reveal sightings of spherical, cylindrical, or disc-shaped objects maneuvering near the space station. These objects often exhibit high speeds, abrupt changes in direction, and anomalous behavior that cannot be easily explained by known space debris or natural phenomena. Several explanations have been proposed to account for the mysterious objects caught near the International Space Station. One possibility is the presence of space debris or satellites, which can occasionally pass by the station. However, the distinct flight patterns and behaviors observed in some cases defy the characteristics of typical space debris or known satellite movements. Another explanation involves misidentifications or lens flares caused by light reflections or internal optics within the cameras. Such optical phenomena can create the illusion of objects or anomalies in the recorded footage. However, the consistency of witness reports and the corroboration between different camera angles challenge the notion that all sightings are mere artifacts. The sightings of these mysterious objects have fueled speculation about potential advanced civilizations. Proponents of this hypothesis argue that the peculiar flight patterns and advanced technology displayed by these objects suggest the presence of intelligent life monitoring our planet or interacting with the space station. While this hypothesis is intriguing, it remains speculative as definitive proof of advanced activity is yet to be established. The complex nature of this phenomenon requires rigorous scientific investigation and analysis of available evidence to ascertain the true nature of these sightings. The realm of outer space has always been shrouded in mystery, and astronauts, as intrepid explorers, are no strangers to encounters with the unknown. Several astronauts have come forward with accounts of mysterious aircrafts. Those who believe in this phenomenon have said that if you are going to believe anyone, then you should believe those who've actually been to space. Perhaps the most notable is the testimony of Buzz Aldrin, the second person to walk on the moon. Aldrin has stated that he and his fellow Apollo 11 crew members observed a mysterious object during their journey to the moon, describing it as a cylindrical object moving alongside their spacecraft. Similarly, Edgar Mitchell, the sixth person to walk on the moon as part of the Apollo 14 mission, spoke openly about his belief in advanced life and his conviction that mysterious objects have visited Earth. Mitchell claimed that multiple astronauts have witnessed these objects, but the information has been withheld from the public. In addition to these renowned astronauts, other space explorers, including Gordon Cooper and Story Musgrave, have shared their own encounters with unidentified objects during their missions. Their descriptions often include sightings of bright lights, strange formations, or objects exhibiting rapid acceleration and maneuverability. The testimonies of astronauts hold considerable weight due to their extensive training, scientific backgrounds, and credibility within the space exploration community. These individuals are trained observers who have undergone rigorous astronaut selection processes and have extensive knowledge of spacecraft and celestial phenomena. The testimonies of astronauts who claim to have encountered mysterious objects during their space missions provide intriguing insights into the unexplained phenomena that occur beyond our planet. While skeptics offer alternative explanations and caution against misinterpretations, the credibility and training of these astronauts demand careful consideration. The experiences shared by these space explorers encourage scientific inquiry, inspire curiosity, and challenge our understanding of the universe. As we continue to explore the cosmos, further research and investigation into these encounters will shed light on the nature of these objects and potentially reshape our understanding of our place in the universe. In a captivating story that has been circulating on various social media platforms, there is an account of a team of fishermen who fixed a camera to a shark's fin, leading to an unexpected revelation. The fishermen, intrigued by the underwater realm, decided to equip a shark with a camera to gain unique insights into the marine world. The fishermen stated that their initial motivation for doing this was rooted in their desire to get a glimpse into the mysterious realm below the ocean's surface. They believed that attaching a camera to the shark would provide them with a unique perspective on the shark's exploration of uncharted waters. This decision was driven by their curiosity and fascination with the secrets hidden beneath the waves. By equipping the shark with a camera, they hoped to witness firsthand the captivating journey of the shark as it ventured into unfamiliar territories. As the passage of time unfolded, the fishermen were filled with anticipation, eagerly anticipating the reappearance of their subaquatic explorer. Eventually, to their delight, it emerged from the depths, its streamlined silhouette piercing through the water's surface in a moment of triumph. Upon recovering the camera attached to the shark's fin, their anticipation grew as they eagerly awaited to uncover the contents it had recorded. Upon reviewing the recordings obtained from the camera, a sense of astonishment swept over them, manifesting in the widening of their eyes, unable to believe what they were witnessing. On the display in front of them appeared an extraordinary being that defied all familiarity, a being with a striking resemblance to a mermaid. The creature's presence was unlike anything they had seen before. Upon initial inspection, observers initially speculated that the unfamiliar aquatic creature in question might have been a dolphin due to its general shape. However, upon further examination, it became apparent that this assumption was incorrect. The creature's tail was notably broader than that of a typical dolphin, leading the observers to rule out the possibility of it being a dolphin. Moreover, upon closer scrutiny, the overall body structure of the mysterious sea creature bore a closer resemblance to that of a human. The mysterious creature made a fleeting appearance, visible only in 3 frames, prompting the observers to speculate that it must have been moving swiftly through the water. Following the online posting of the images, surprisingly, individuals began recounting their personal experiences involving purported encounters with sirens. During a conversation, an individual engaged in a discussion with her father regarding the mysterious aspects of the oceans, stating that they got on the topic of cryptids. These are creatures that are rumored to exist, but have yet to be scientifically proven. Her father was employed by the United States Navy, and as time passed, he began sharing intriguing details about the mysterious occurrences they had encountered during his service. This disclosure shed light on a realm of secrecy and intrigue previously unknown to his family. The father elaborated extensively on the mysterious nature of the ocean, recounting his experiences of being surrounded by an eerie atmosphere while venturing into its depths. In the heart of the ocean, he encountered perplexing phenomena that left him unsettled. Among these encounters, he frequently mentioned the inexplicable sounds of whistles and voices that seemed to emanate from the unknown depths. Even to this day, he remains puzzled by these occurrences, unable to offer a rational explanation for the unsettling auditory experiences. The daughter proceeded to mention that her father journeyed to the Philippines, where he encountered and became acquainted with various local legends that were shared with him during his time there. Exploring the rich cultural tapestry of the region, he immersed himself in the stories and traditions that have been passed down through generations. As per accounts, he engaged in a conversation with a woman from the area, who proceeded to narrate her experience of an encounter with a mysterious aquatic creature. The tale unfolded when she was exploring the waters, and to her surprise, she stumbled upon a being unlike any she had ever seen before. In the detailed account provided, she depicted the entity as measuring 7 feet in length. It was characterized by a pair of sizable black eyes, hands with prominent webbing and sharp claws, a humanoid form, and a countenance that bore a striking resemblance to that of a demon. This vivid description not only highlighted the physical attributes of the creature, but also delved into its eerie and formidable appearance. Upon her return home on a boat, an unusual incident transpired. A sudden resounding noise caught her attention, indicating a collision with an unknown object. It wasn't an uncommon occurrence for her to encounter marine litter or drifting debris in the ocean. However, upon investigating the source of the disturbance, she was startled by the sight of 2 large black eyes meeting hers. The unexpected encounter prompted her to release a piercing scream filled with fear and uncertainty before swiftly retreating from the scene, unwilling to linger in the presence of the mysterious creature. The unsettling experience left her pondering the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of the vast ocean, where the unknown and unexpected could lurk, waiting to surprise those who sail its waters. The father found himself deeply intrigued by the captivating story, struggling to comprehend the experiences described by the mysterious woman. This led him to embark on a quest for answers, delving into the realm of myths and legends surrounding these mysterious creatures. When he inquired about these beings, he was met with unexpected reactions. Instead of being ridiculed, he encountered resistance, with people discouraging his pursuit of such inquiries. Rather than dissuade him, this only fueled his curiosity, propelling him into conducting his own thorough investigations. Although he refrained from pursuing this interest in his professional life, he devoted a significant amount of personal time to unraveling the mysteries surrounding aquatic humanoids. Convinced by the tales he encountered during his research, he began entertaining the possibility of these creatures' existence. When his daughter probed whether the Navy could be informed about these phenomena, he paused, reflecting on the intricate workings of military divisions. He pondered about the likelihood of the Navy investigating unexplained phenomena, including unidentified objects and peculiar occurrences in the maritime domain. For centuries, sailors and seafarers have regaled tales of captivating creatures that dwell beneath the waves, the mermaids. Often dismissed as mere myths and legends, these enchanting beings have captured the imaginations of countless individuals across cultures and continents. The lore of mermaids dates back to ancient times, with stories of half-human, half-fish creatures found in the mythologies of cultures around the world. From the sirens of Greek mythology to the ninjyo of Japanese folklore, mermaid-like beings have been depicted in art, literature, and oral traditions for millennia. But it is not just in ancient myths and legends that mermaids have been sighted. Throughout history, there have been numerous documented accounts of encounters with these mysterious beings, particularly by sailors and fishermen who spend their lives on the open seas. Despite advances in science and technology, reports of mermaid sightings continue to surface in modern times. These encounters often occur in remote coastal areas or isolated islands where human activity is minimal and the ocean's depths remain largely unexplored. Witnesses describe seeing humanoid figures with fish-like tails swimming gracefully through the water, their long hair flowing behind them as they glide effortlessly through the waves. Some accounts even speak of interactions with mermaids, including exchanges of gestures or vocalizations that suggest communication between humans and these mysterious beings. Despite advances in marine exploration and technology, the majority of Earth's oceans remain a frontier waiting to be explored. Only a fraction of the ocean floor has been mapped and studied in detail, leaving vast areas shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. These uncharted regions, characterized by deep sea trenches, underwater mountains, and remote abyssal plains, offer potential habitats for undiscovered marine life forms, including those that may resemble the mythical mermaids. In the absence of comprehensive exploration, it is conceivable that mermaids could exist undetected in these remote and inaccessible environments. The ocean is home to an astonishing array of life forms, from microscopic plankton to massive whales. Many of these organisms have evolved to thrive in extreme and inhospitable environments, adapting to the pressures of deep-sea darkness, extreme temperatures, and crushing pressures. In light of these adaptations, it is not implausible to imagine that mermaids, if they exist, have similarly adapted to their underwater habitat. Their humanoid form may have evolved to withstand the challenges of oceanic life, including the ability to breathe underwater, navigate ocean currents, and communicate through complex vocalizations. Throughout history, new species of marine life have been discovered in the ocean's depths, challenging our understanding of marine biodiversity and evolution. From the bizarre anglerfish with its bioluminescent lure to the elusive giant squid lurking in the abyssal depths, the ocean is teeming with cryptic and mysterious creatures waiting to be discovered. In this context, the existence of mermaids as real and genuine beings is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. While evidence for their existence remains anecdotal and speculative, the discovery of new species and the exploration of uncharted ocean depths offer tantalizing opportunities for further investigation into the existence of mermaids. As of right now, the theoretical existence of mermaids as real and genuine beings is a compelling subject that raises intriguing questions about the unexplored depths of the ocean. While evidence for their existence remains elusive, the vastness of uncharted marine environments and the adaptability of marine life forms offer a plausible basis for further exploration and investigation.